Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Reetz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shedding crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue, through the silence and the roar. Still blue, even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still up to the chance. Paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Reetz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew. Born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every wind.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome back to Chester Perspective. Welcome for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well. Today, once again, it's Chelsea news, but not a lot lined up to talk about. But because we keep it interactive here, chances are we'll talk a lot about the small items we have to talk about. But more importantly, I do hope you're all doing well. And thank you once again for finding the time to join the conversation. And Nemaya Fowale is in the house. Nemaya Fowale, aka Cole Palmer, is in the house. And we have Dominic, Maximilian, and Netta. Nice to see you once again. Dominic, it's been a minute. Hopefully, I hope that your absence simply means, absence meant that, you've been busy. And if that's the case, we're happy for you because we understand bills don't pay themselves. And Shay Wendy Williams, my Ghanaian sister, thank you once again for reposting the stream. Sincerely do appreciate that. It helps us reach more people. So yes, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And don't worry if your preference is to watch the show on landscape format. YouTube is rolling out a feature that will enable us streaming both horizontal, both vertical and landscape formats, so that way we'll be able to cater for all types of viewers. But thank you, more importantly, for finding the time to join the conversation this particular morning. And yes, we have the captain of the community in the house. Wow, he's he's being disciplined this time. In Constantine Dante. Big up, Dante. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you for finding the time to join me on the panel this morning.
Yeah, big up, coach. Not bad, thanks. Big up to everyone in the chat as well. Tobago looks like just joined as well. Big up, Tobago.
Yeah. He didn't change his name to something, like like Pochettino or something.
He's not calling other chats around.
Yeah. And Dominic here is saying, big up, coach. I had an accident, but I'm okay. Ooh, okay. Glad to hear that you're okay. And thank you for letting us know. That's why we're community here. I appreciate you. You don't have to, but thank you for telling us. I asked and you, yeah, but Yeah, just happy to hear that you're fine. So thank you. Let's see, without wasting much of your time, except if we address all the items we have lined up and any of the panelists has anything interesting or they believe is aligned with our beloved club, we'll talk about that. So the first item here, nothing serious, but I think it's important we talk about it. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang says it was a big mistake to go to Chelsea. A big mistake, he reiterates. At that moment, I was going through a bad time at Barcelona. My house had just been robbed, and Barca needed to sell a player, either the pay or the pie. Yeah, the Dutch international or him. Okay, and then he went on to say the only offer on the table was Chelsea. I accepted it. I would have gone for my family, even if it was to Chelsea. I thought it would go well. Giroud went from Arsenal to Chelsea and had no problems. But for me, it was different. Definitely, for obvious reasons, we were struggling at the time. Had would it be correct to say we had a very inexperienced team at the time? But we were struggling overall. Whether the reason at the time was that we had a very inexperienced team, or you can say we're going through some changes at the time. But I don't know. I felt bad for him because, yeah, he when he again he's a good striker irrespective of our situation at the time. And at some point, we decided, yeah, we're no longer interested in keeping. I think the older players with non-incentivized salaries, and yeah, he was did find himself on the chopping block. To be your thoughts, if you have anything to add to that, what do you think really happened? For me, overall, yeah, we were going through a not really necessarily a bad patch at the time. Things weren't going well for us. But Dante, let's say Tabeo looks like he has a bad connection. What happened that Aubameyang didn't succeed at Chelsea?
Well, he just wasn't good enough either when he played. So, and himself was saying that he had a tough time. He came. I don't think he was completely like invested either. He pretty much said it there. So that as well, and it just didn't happen for him. Simple as that. Not all players fit in. It was just a bad timing for him for Chelsea. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It's in the past. It's happened. He wasn't here that long, so that's fine. I mean, he's probably one of the ones that's extremely rare that didn't work out that came from Arsenal. I think all the rest worked out extremely well.
And something you mentioned, you could say he mindset from the guy. He wasn't psychological wise. I'm not sure if that's the correct term to use. He was in a very difficult place at the time,
Yeah,
and
his mentality. Yeah,
during that incident he mentioned, he was hurt too. So,
exactly,
and
exactly.
he looked a different player at Chelsea. Not even forget about the pressing aspect of his game. It was never his thing, right? But he
Right.
looked absent-minded at times on the pitch. He still had, you could say, band-aid at the time from the injuries sustained during the incident he mentioned in this particular report. So not necessarily the fact that yeah we were going through a bad patch at the time. Him as an individual wasn't in the right frame of mind. I think we actually did at the time discuss whether it was a mistake signing in, given the fact he didn't even have time to recover from the incident reported. Maybe Thomas Tuchel was just doing him a favor as somebody he knew, you know.
Well, that's the key point there. Tuchel was here at the time. Tuchel knew him very well, so that's the only probably reason that they connected and he came. Because otherwise, I probably maybe not. But that definitely helped 100%. But like you say, he said it himself. He wasn't there mentally, so he came. He took a while to sort of settle in. When he started playing a little bit, he looked really slow, lethargic, lost. Not like the smart, player he used to be. Even though he hasn't got had that pace anymore, but he was always very smart and intelligent. He had a great IQ, but that was completely gone as well when he played. So yeah, it is what it is. But nothing down to do with I don't think it was as much down to the football. It was other things.
And you could interpret this comment of his that he's you can say rethinking. No, he's again when he thought he's looked at the situation and feels like yeah he could have been better off you could say prioritizing his family first. Where's that part that I
Exactly.
read that? The only
Exactly.
offer
He
on the
made a mistake.
table,
Yeah.
he said I would have gone for my family. So which means taking a break from football. That's how I interpret that.
Exactly, coach.
Yeah,
Yeah. He
because
probably should have.
he wasn't in the right frame of mind at the time. Go ahead.
Exactly. That's exactly what I take. He wasn't the frame of mind. He wasn't mentally there. He didn't need to go straight a big move like that straight away somewhere with a lot of pressure as a Chelsea nine to come in as well. So yeah, I mean, wrong move, and he's admitted that it was a wrong move for him. Probably should have taken a little break and or even stayed. He just Barcelona obviously had to sell him because they needed to move one of those, so it was him. But yeah, he should have probably stayed,
That
have a bit of
also
a break.
added to the pressure of yeah.
But you can also look at this. It wasn't very smart from Chelsea bringing him in, to be
It
honest.
wasn't. We did talk about it at the time. Go ahead.
Exactly. So look at who was in charge at the time. Obviously, Tuchel. Like I said, that's a big cross next to Tuchel's name as well. But also, obviously, it was Marino was in charge at the time. Uh, Not a very smart idea to bring him in, to be honest. Especially because he knew the consequences why he had to leave. He was kind of forced to leave, and then all the stuff that happened off field and on the stuff, the injuries. Like, I mean, it was just red flags everywhere. So I don't know. They thought maybe they'll just take a risk, but you don't take a risk at that level like that. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah, to you want to add to that?
Tobago
Nah,
with his
man.
double L's. What's Chelsea double L? What is that? I can't pronounce it on your picture, Tobago.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, double L.
Chels. Is that on purpose or is
I
that
think
how you want to write it?
probably how we create graphics these days. Sometimes you just overlook it.
Go away, Dante. I didn't put in purpose.
But Dante gets it. These days, how we create graphics. Yeah, yeah.
AI,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, yeah,
Mhm.
I know, but that's pretty off. Yeah,
All right, Tobias,
it's
go
all
ahead.
right.
You want to add to that?
All good, Tobago.
Yeah, all good. Like Aubameyang said, it didn't work out for him. It happens in football. Sometimes those kind of things happen. So at the end of the day, if he regrets it, that's it, man. Nothing to add.
All right. And here we have Mabasta05 here. He says, we got Kuchila and Dante and everyone on the chat. Estevo is the best young player ever. He's got the flair of Eden Hazard. Ganacho has been good for us lately. He's always been good. Again, after he improves after each opportunity he gets. He does better. He's looked more confident right now, and you can see he will create a lot of chances for us. And you could argue, I think, what's his name will make him a much better player, Enzo Maresca. And you can see that he looked more selfless than I've known. Again, than we're seeing a more selfless Garnacho than the Garnacho that played for Manchester United. So he's not trying to pull off the impossible, you can say, and be the standout player. He's playing for the team mainly.
Yeah, big up
And
my man.
also, big up to Tebe. Let's see. Aubameyang didn't fit the system for Chelsea. He didn't suit the way the manager wanted him to play. I wouldn't say that. You can say he played his best football. You can say is one of his best games under that manager in question, if you remember, at Dortmund. Yeah. So I think it's underlying, you can say, factors that we just talked about. You were 7 years old when GTA 5. Okay, you've come again. I've taken a break from your wahala, my boss. You know I love you. You've come again. We've got to making graphics before GTA 6. All right. I don't know. Nothing else there. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, the second one here. Dante, you remember when we saw the news that he
Mm,
played for the academy and he still again at the time the was he had hopes. that he would get an opportunity to still play for the first team. And I
Mm.
said, that sounds convincing. That sounds as if one of those guys that signed him, they've told him just keep working hard. The opportunity will come, and it looks like it has happened. And when you show humility like him, because yeah, it can, you can say it can move the needle, for lack of a more specific term there. So it reads, Axel Disasi is to be reintegrated into the Chelsea first team due to their lack of cover at centre half because of
Much cover.
injuries.
Yeah, look, I don't see it that way exactly. I think this happens. So every time it's an international break, the under 21s train with the whatever players are left over that don't go on break or international duty. They train with the first. Don't train do the drills, but they do train when they play in 11 on 11 because they do that, for training. All the under 21s come up because there's not enough numbers and they play. So you'll see him training at that when they're playing that game. So I don't know if that's just that or he's coming back. I don't see him come. I don't see what injuries do we have at centre back. Like we just had Badiashile come back as well. He's coming
I
back.
mean, he
So
brings experience, and you could say maybe the starting captain of Tosin, given you could say his poor showings in recent games, that he's gotten the opportunity to be on
no,
the
I
pitch
don't
for
think
us.
so. No, no,
You don't
you're
think
not
so?
going to turn Tosin out after 2 bad games when he came back from injury. I mean, I don't believe Maresca would do that. So, yeah, look, I don't see it as him coming back. I don't see him coming back into the first team to play. Like I said, I think what it was just, like I said, the under 21s came up to play with whatever was left in an 11-11 game for training, and they took a photo of that, and they're saying he's back. Now, Sky Cover, he's
But
pretty good
I think the
normally.
picture shows him and you could say the
Yeah.
French players maybe.
Yes, coach, and all the under 21s. Like that's what I'm
I
telling
didn't
you.
see,
Oh,
yeah, I didn't
yeah.
see the under 21s, but maybe I don't know. But go
Yes.
ahead with what you were saying.
Well, this is what happens in training anyway. Like I said, when it's international duty, the under 21s come up to play when they need them to make up numbers. When they play drills like 11 versus 11, 8 versus 8, 10 versus 10, because they mix it up always just for tactics. And so they bring them up because there's not enough players because they're all away, most of them. And that's what happens. So
But
I
but you're not certain that's the case. You're saying that's most likely the case.
I think that is the case. I'm not 100% certain. I can't be, but I know this happens a lot, and it's happened before, and it happens. So that's why, if you look at the photos when they were playing, you'll see another 3 or 4 under 21 players with him there as well. So, and the club going back last season and how clubs operate, that's what happens when it's an international break. So, I'm just stating what normally happens. They come up and they play. He's part of that under 21 setup, because even the picture you had up, that's when he started play. He played there in the reserves game as
They
well. So
captain them, right?
correct, yes, and yes, I think that's what's happening. I don't see him getting into, them saying that we have so many injuries, he has to come back. Well, he would have come back by now if that was the case. Our injuries are actually better now because we had Badiashile out,
Mhm.
we had Tosin injured. He didn't come up then. Why is he coming now? Tosin's there, Badiashile's back now. We don't need Achapong is still there. So that doesn't sound accurate to me at all, to be honest.
All right, Toby, how about you?
To be honest, from my side, I think Dante is right. They're just integrating him for the international break because we're adding numbers, and also they're trying to build his fitness so that in January when we sell him is in a good shape. So I think this is the case.
Exactly. Yeah, that
Sensible,
as well.
sensible. Yeah, to you can say make sure he's. I mean, he can still do that without training with the first team, but I think it also does make sense to a certain extent. A lot of factors do come into play here.
I
I
mean,
don't
coach,
know.
do you see Maresca putting him back in the first team with Badiashile just back as well?
No, Badiashile is more equipped to. You could say more equipped to fulfill maybe Enzo Maresca's style, preferred style of play than the Sissi, unfortunately.
exactly, and that's
irrespective
what
of
doesn't
whether
make
they
sense.
prefer playing on the left or on the
Yeah,
right. But go ahead.
and that's why it doesn't make sense. Sky
Mm.
Cave, the guy saying it's down to your injuries. Well, we had worse injuries weeks ago when there was
And we
tossing out
didn't
and
recall him.
yeah. So now there's actually two strike. Tosson's played a couple of games. Yeah, he didn't play well, but he's getting back into it now. And Badiashile's just back as well. We still got Achapong there. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine Maresca put everybody saying that I'm reading on X, oh, he should be back, blah blah blah. Imagine him putting ahead of Achapong or someone. How people react then.
Yeah. And it's a rumor is Dortmund want to sign this to see. I'm not too sure what to believe right now. Yeah, until
Look,
we
he
get.
knew. Just to add, he was told to look for another club during the transfer
But
window.
he was
He turned
picky.
down.
Was he
He
picky?
turned
Was
down
yeah.
a few clubs because he was
Hmm.
picky, like you said. And this is the consequences. He knew these would be the consequences because Maresca has told him you're not gonna play. You're gonna be training with the unfortunate if you don't find a club. He didn't find the club because he was picky. Well, the consequences are this. So now he knows he's gonna try hard. He's gonna go. He's been a pro. I have no problem with him. He's been a professional. He hasn't commented, he hasn't made any fuss, and that's how he should be. But he's gonna be gone in January. Yeah.
I mean, it's a possibility, but that's by the way. Let's move on to the next item here. If we get done on time, then we'll go New Zealand. He looked like he's lost a lot of weight. Yeah. So this year, according to Graham Bailey, one Brazilian who everyone is loving is Felipe Moraes. Is it Moraes? Felipe Moraes, stunning player, fabulous technician. Everything about him. He's really stood out and really caught the attention. He's one who has impressed Chelsea. He's stood out. A scout said to me, a real majestic Kaka type of player. Okay, I'm not sure what to make of that. This is the first time I'm hearing this name. But yeah, of course, if you know about him, if you're in the chat, let us know. We're going for him soon. Anything sounds promising. Okay, this is going by what the report says. Strasbourg bound, so it doesn't look like a lot of people know the kid. I don't know. Dante, you know him?
I can't comment too much about him. I don't know him, to be honest, that well. So
Okay.
I haven't seen him play. So no. Tobago might have watched some Brazil youth team games. He might know.
Yeah,
No, no, no.
you don't know him
No?
either.
I don't know him. I haven't watched the World Cup. I'm only watching South Africa game under 17. So that's
Okay.
it.
Yep.
All right, this one here, it's been out there for a while, but again, from a different perspective, maybe this reads that Chelsea have placed Adam, is it Wharton or Wharton? I'm not sure. Adam Wharton at the top of their wish list for the January transfer window. Dante, how well do you know him? Is he a player we need? Or do you think this is
Yep.
just rumors? I think it's gonna be on rumors because yeah, it's been out there
Yeah.
for a while now. But let's hear you.
Yeah, look, we were interested in him. He was on our scouting list back before he went to Crystal Palace. But obviously, our midfield being stacked, I mean, there was no point him coming here. So when Crystal Palace, they offer you a starting basically position, yeah, I mean, it's pretty hard to turn down. So yeah, look, very good player, very technical, more of a probably sort of a six. All these guys all of them are sort of hybrid 6/8s, but he's probably a little bit more six, technical on the ball, which is really good. So he can pass it well with both his feet. Pretty strong, he's got a pretty good physique, big frame. So he's got a physicality. Good player, but I think it's more of a rumor than anything. I mean, it'll be very hard.
You're saying TEAMtalk is full of
Well,
shit.
coach, for example, any player that plays good in the last month, he's linked to Chelsea. It doesn't matter, and as long as he's under 25 and he's played well, he's linked to Chelsea. So it just keeps changing every 2 weeks, every month. Other players. If they don't play well anymore, they're not linked anymore. If he has another good 2-3 games, they're back again.
Even a
So
single game.
even a single game. So it's just
Or
a
maybe it's
merry-go-round.
one good shot during the game is enough for people to
Yeah, it's a
start
merry-go-round,
linking the player with
unfortunately.
a move to Chelsea. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's English, you know what I mean? So that's why as well. But look, he'll be a great addition. No, don't get me wrong, but I don't see it happening because I mean, I wouldn't do it if I was him because you got Lavia, you know, Caicedo, Enzo, you know, Sugo's back, and we saw Sugo's back in training already, so he might be coming back much earlier than expected as well. So,
January.
well, it was supposed to be January, but he started training today. He started running, sprinting. So that's a pretty good sign. So that probably he might even be back much sooner than that. It depends how quick. A lot of these young players they recover much quicker, obviously, because you know with the you know with sports science these days and how much care they get and how much technology. Yeah, I mean they tend to recover much quicker. But anyway, yes, of course I would add him to our midfield. He'll make a great addition, but I don't see that happening. There's no way he would come. He would risk any chance he has of playing for England. Not starting, but
Given
actually
how good
getting
our
a
current
start.
midfielders are, from his perspective, you don't see it happening.
Well, no, he's not starting over Enzo or Caicedo. That's for sure. No
So,
chance starting over
probably not
those.
going to happen.
And he's more of a DM, so it's Caicedo's position basically.
And we still have a Sugo. A Sugo looks like he's much bulkier than him.
Yeah,
And
and
Esugo is actually a good
Lavia will be
player.
back as well. So
Yeah, Esugo is a good player. I don't know. People, you could say they're writing him off, and I don't know. People see him as just a backup. No, he's not just a backup. He's there to always give Caicedo the much needed break. We need to be
yeah,
rotating to be more efficient, not to run one of them into the gutter and then have only one left. And the manager
yeah, and
started
just as
doing that, and
yeah,
he got injured during an international assignment,
yeah,
right?
correct. And just as he was starting to integrate fitness top, he started coming in for Caicedo. Got injured, unfortunately. He would have played a lot more. Even Maresca said in the previous interview, he would have covered for Caicedo quite a lot more if he wasn't injured. Yes, so that tells you a lot there as well. So he will be used as soon as he comes back. He will be used for Caicedo when we're winning or certain games against Cup. He
And
will
he
be
starts
used.
something. He's going to be starting games too, and Caicedo will rest.
Correct, exactly. For certain games, maybe less our position, cups, whatever, because we're going to have a lot of those coming up soon. Yeah, he will play. So I like Wharton. He's a great player. Like I said, very technical as well, which is what you want in that position as well. But I mean, for him, for his career, yeah, I don't see it happening to be honest. And first, he won't be cheap either because he'll be very expensive. But I just don't see it happening for his career. He's a starter. He's a spot on guaranteed starter at Crystal Palace. I mean, you're going to leave that. I I don't think that's a smart move for his age. Play another year, maybe two, and then make or another year. It doesn't mean it just has to be Chelsea. There's other big clubs out there that can offer him that
Playing time.
position, playing time, and a pretty big club as well. It's not just Chelsea, but yeah, I don't see him coming to us because of that. Not now.
Yeah, not now, not never. Tubeho, your thoughts?
Yeah, like Dante said, we've been linked with him
No, you don't
before
have
he
to
went.
agree with Dante. It's not going to be, you know, we're not going to have a fight. People enjoy
So
that.
yeah,
You're
so
good.
oh, oh, all I'm saying that I don't think at the moment we do need a midfielder. We are covered. So I don't see this still happening, to be honest. And then remember, he's English, so it's going to be expensive, especially Crystal Palace, man. I don't like that team anymore because the time we wanted Olise, they made some difficulties for us to get him. So I don't want Chelsea Football Club to deal with them anymore if it's possible. But again, relationships are there; they're going to make more deals. But if I was me, I'll stop making deals with them. I don't want their players anymore.
Yeah. Did you see the link for the collaboration I sent you? Have you done it?
No, you haven't sent the link. You just
No, I sent it.
tell
I
me.
sent it. X. They've changed how they present. You could say messages. It's just
Yeah,
gonna
it's pretty
be,
annoying the new
yeah. It's
system to
gonna
be
look
honest.
more like a button.
Okay, I'll just check it right now.
Yeah.
Then.
Then you click. You have to click through it and then accept. Then it shows. It will automatically create a column on your website and on your channel homepage and show it there. But go ahead. Were you still speaking about Adam Wharton?
No, all I'm saying that I don't think we're going to sign him. We have Dario Sugo. We still have Andre Santos, Lavia available
We have
also.
numbers in that department, and yeah, go ahead. Before let me not do a tapping. I want to change. I want to create chances for
Yeah,
myself and put them
so
away.
we already have five midfielders at Chelsea, and still there's Reggie Wells that Enzo Maresca likes. So I don't think we're going to sign him, to be honest.
Walsh is more like what's his kid at Napoli. I loved him so much, but he had to leave because yeah, he wants to be
Gilmore,
playing.
Billy Gilmore.
Gilmore. Yeah, it's more like a hybrid of, you could say, more like a regista type of player, in my opinion, given his what I've seen, the little I've seen. But what I wanted to say is this: given the sort of players we have in that midfield area, you'd have to be an exceptional talent for the club to say, okay, you know what? We have to buy this player and then let one of our current midfielders go. And I don't think Wharton, I don't think is at that level where we decide to do that. No, even the truth remains. I think we're gonna still give what's his name, the Belgium international. Has he actually played for Belgium senior national team? Lavia. I think we
Yes,
still
of
give him.
course. Of
Has
course
he?
he's played.
Okay. I think we still give him time, but not enough to say that that's it. He's not going to switch nationality, right?
No, he's played for the senior team, I think. So I don't.
But
He
there's
can't
a
change.
certain number of games that if you're all a particular type of game that once you play that, that's it.
No,
You
no,
can't
he's
switch it.
he's committed. He's committed to Belgium.
Why were Ghanaians, you could say, celebrating and you can pushing for their effort to go for him? That got me confused.
I have no idea, but he's played for Belgium numerous times. He was always in their squad. He's going to be in their squad. If he stays fit, he'll be in their squad for the Euros. So, I mean, I don't see him going anywhere. He's not going to change it. I don't know if he can. Like you said, there is a number, but I think he's past the number. I think. If I'm,
Okay. Oh, there's a number. Okay.
Yeah,
Ivy say yeah, okay. Ivy says Esugo won't be seen till January. I think that's yeah. We did address a similar report yesterday. He will need to get up to speed with Maresca's style of play. He barely played under Maresca, but he was getting there.
no,
He was starting
not
to
not
see games.
not that
Yeah.
position. That position's not as complicated. The Caicedo position. So he doesn't go past halfway hardly ever. He sits back there. He's just got to do defensive duties. It's not that is not a complicated in Maresca system. That position, Sugo can do that no problem. He's actually faster, more physical than Caicedo. Can cover more ground as well, but that is not one position that is hard in Maresca system to play because it's very, very, very basic, very simple, but you got to be very good at it. Obviously, like I said, a world class. But yeah, I don't see that as a problem. To be honest, I think he comes in pretty much straight away. He already knows. He's already played.
All right. What else do we have here? Give me 1 second here. Let me take care of something quickly. All right.
What do
Yeah.
you think,
There was.
Tobago?
Yeah, I don't know why my boss all of a sudden starts calling me by my abbreviation of my first name. Um, Chib, we need a taller CDM as a cover for
He's copying me,
Caicedo,
coach.
similar to what Man City have with Rodri or Nico Gonzalez. How tall is Sugo? But I think I think we're all right, really. Chelsea should go out and sign Sergi Milinkovic Savic. He's extended his contract in Saudi Arabia. Did you miss that? He signed a new contract, didn't he, Dante?
I'm not sure.
That
I
chapter
think
closed. I remember because I
I
had
read
a
that, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah.
but I'll check in. I'll check in a bit. I think to be if you can you check for me? I think Savage signed a new contract to Saudi Arabia. I think he did. Or you can check by yourself, Mabas. We need more attackers up front. Guy and Delap is questionable. Delap isn't questionable. He just recovered from injury. Looked a bit rusty. That was a lame shot he took, but under normal circumstances, he'd at least place it and make it difficult for the goalkeeper. That was against against Wolves. It was just straight at the goalkeeper, no power, no real power behind it. The goalkeeper could have closed his eyes and still catch it. But that's something you see from players when they're just returning from injury. He's that look. I think a lot of people because of that physical aspect of his game, people don't give him credit for how good he can be on the ball.
Yeah,
He's
that
yeah,
takes a lot out of you. Yep.
yeah, so people don't look beyond the physical approach of how he applies himself on the pitch, the physical aspect of it. People don't look beyond that to give him credit to how good he can be on the ball. But I think eventually they will find out. And I know the club, they're not concerned. They've proven before they go for any player, they do their homework. This is guys, we've got Kuchila creating chances and not scoring. Yeah, I don't want to do tappings anymore. That accusation, a bad level maybe. Okay, let's see what else do we have here. TC, nice to see you once again. It's been a minute. I do hope you're doing well. Yeah, hopefully your absence was because you were busy. If that's the case, we're happy for you. Bills don't pay themselves. Esugo needs to work on his ball playing ability. I think he has, you can say, good enough. He has good touch, can control the ball, but there's that rawness, and the rawness is down to the fact that he's not polished at this point. He's a very young player, still maturing, and haven't played enough. You can say to garner enough experience to sometimes apply himself in a manner that will come across that will you can say that will reflect the fact that he's a mature player. But right now, you see some sort of displays from him that shows, he's still, you can say, his footballing intelligence is still maturing. Not that he's a bad player. He can shoot, he can tackle, he can be aggressive. I don't know, Dante. What do you think? Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Look, pretty much that. He's obviously he's always had that position of being a destroyer, basically in that sixth position, shut down everything. Don't worry about technical ability too much. Shut down, close down people, be hard, tackle hard. That's his role, and that's been his role. So yeah, look, playing in actually in Spain has helped him a little bit on that side of the technical style of play. But I mean, even Caicedo, I mean, he's not the most technically gifted player. He just passes the ball and that's it around. You don't see him, full on taking on players much. Doing tricks, turning. You don't see that. He does the basics extremely well. So that's why Isugo can do that role extremely well as well. He can do it because he's got the physical attributes. He just needs to, like you said, his IQ, which will get better as he gets mature, when to do it and when not to do it, when to go in, when to sit back and wait. Timing, basically. You see Caicedo, that's why he's world class. His time is impeccable. So that's what he needs to improve on. That with maturity, that'll get better. But he doesn't need in that position. He doesn't need to be, extremely good technical player in that position because that's not what that position you need from that position. You need more of the defensive duties covering, like I said, basically what Caicedo does. Caicedo has a bit of technicality, a bit better because he's a bit more mature and
you
he's
can
been
say
a
he's
leader for a
garnered
long
more experience than him.
more experience because he's played from a very young age in an Ecuador national team as well. So there's a
Mhm.
big difference in experience because of that. So yes, but he's nothing special, Caicedo. He's not a special technical player or anything. He's just extremely good at those basics. And if Asigo can do that, he can do exactly the same.
His master, I think it'd be correct to say he's mastered the art of keeping it simple
Correct.
and really good at it. Yeah, which
Yeah.
managers like when you're playing that position. According to Transfer Market, Esugo is and I think IB has already said here that Esugo is 5'11". And while I'm highlighting IB's comments, I want to say thank you to all of you that who are paid members. Sincerely do appreciate that. That does go a long way for the community. I mean, it's not $1 billion, but at least, it encourages one to do more. But I appreciate you. I appreciate IB too for being a member. Let's see. According to Transfer Market Sugo, yeah, we have it up there. Markin Noom, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the conversation. And Libby says, "Have you seen the rumbling in the Chelsea community about Mudryk returning? That ship has sailed, in my opinion." Here's something that you could say. What's the language I'm looking for right now? That says otherwise, or that suggests otherwise, is that he's still listed as a Chelsea player with his picture. Go check the Chelsea website. Correct me if I'm wrong, Dante.
Yeah, and he was at the game recently as well.
So exactly. So anything can happen. Um,
it's not set in stone. We don't know the
we don't know what's
details.
gonna. Yeah, we don't know whether that's it for him, or whether he gets a chance. But the fact that he's still listed as a Chelsea player, I think that's telling to a certain measure. Maybe they're still looking at it to see, okay, how long is he going to be banned before they decide what to do? And I'm not sure what to make of it, really.
If Chelsea they would have done it by now. If he was like guilty and like they believed, they knew he was guilty, they would have terminated his contract by now, because that would have given us a lot more money as well and more leverage going forward for the team. So they're backing him. They're saying it, he will be coming back in the future. So it's like I said,
Just
it's
give me
not
1 minute. Go ahead.
yeah, it's not 100% because anything can happen, but they probably would have done it by now if they had it was clear evident they had everything to terminate his contract. Because don't forget, if there is a clause in every contract like that, there is a termination clause, if that does happen, and then the club do get an exception then for the how much money's owing on his contract, etc. So we could have used that to our advantage. They haven't. So to me, that just tells me that he's still in the plans. Yeah, he's still in the plans. He might come back. Now, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, because these things you never know with the law, and there's always some little loophole around. So we'll wait and see. But that's what he seems like to me. They would have done it by now if that was the case.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my only issue.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, my only issue is why is the delay? The delay has been so long, man, because this happened, I think, before December last year. Now it's almost a year now, and then nothing is happening. So why they're
It's
not
not long,
giving him?
Tobago. It's typical. It normally 2 years is your average for this type of thing, just to get. So it's not long.
But
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, right? But like normally after this kind of things, they just give you a sentence where I can going to serve 3 years, 4 years, whatever. But with Misha, we haven't found anything yet at the moment that is guilty or not guilty. That's the reason why I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
this.
Yeah. But that just tells you they don't have enough evidence. So maybe who knows? Like I said, it's complicated. It's the world of law there. It's complicated, but uh, like Coach said, he's still there. He's still, and the club's still backing him. He was at the game recently as well. So,
Which of the games actually? I think I missed that.
what was our last game at home?
Wolves.
Wolves. I think Wolves. Yeah.
Wow. So it's you can say to some extent you can say the club still harbors the hope of reintegrating him, because I mean, they have every right to temporarily remove him from the club's website while
Exactly,
things.
and they
Yeah.
know that our lawyers know what is happening. It's just not made. Hasn't been made legal announcement, but they kind of know. They would know if it's a 2-year ban, which already is taken into account that it's almost coming up to the 2 years soon next season, and then he's already served the ban basically. So you know what I mean. So if they know that, that's why he's still around. I just find it. I think they would have terminated his contract by now, especially during the transfer window, if it was clear that he's going to get a very long ban and he's not coming back. Because we did have that difficulty, obviously, with some transfers we couldn't do. They would have, if they terminated his contract, he would have counted then towards that, if you know what I mean, towards how much money had left, etc. We would have got an exemption to sign another player. That did not happen. So that just tells me that most likely he's going to be coming back and probably probably at the end of this season, most likely, because that would be the 2 year mark, and that 2 years, 2 year ban. Basically, that's it. He's back. So
Yeah, and Market Neum is saying, "Welcome back to Thirsty." We're not certain whether that's the case. I thought it was, but I've heard from Tabejo and Dante explaining that usually on international periods, like international breaks like this, the fringe players, especially ones, let me just, I'm remixing that to a certain extent. If you behave yourself, if you're still on good terms with the club, that you're not just there for the sake of being there for the club. You can say fulfilling their end of, you can say, the contract by still paying you and providing the training facility for you. If you're well behaved, I mean, you'd be allowed to train with the remaining players that remain at the club during international break, just like we have right now. So we're gonna go news hunting, and after that, we'll call it a day. We'll keep it snappy like this, 1 hour at most for a while, and at least people will see that, yeah, that the Blue Money Show is back and we're being consistent. The numbers will improve. I'm confident. So Matt Law on Hendrick to Chelsea rumors. I have seen the rumors, but I have been told to ignore the rumors. I mean, it only makes sense to ignore it. Even from his perspective, it wouldn't make any measure of sense for him to come to Chelsea. And for a reason, we didn't push through. We didn't push to sign him. We didn't really push to sign him, because had we been that serious about signing him, I think we would have made sure, yeah, that he joined Chelsea. But I think we, at the time, prioritized the signing of Festival because we felt like he's, yeah, the much better player. And yeah, he is. Matt Law on Chelsea's front of shirt sponsor. There's no update whatsoever. It needs to be sorted out. It's embarrassing. What's embarrassing about that? If we're that much in a hurry, if we're not that much in a hurry, if we're that much in a hurry, we could have accepted aliens at the time. I think 2 years ago, but we just don't want to undersell ourselves. Quenda better than Endrick. I mean, that's a sensible argument. Even you can say he's Quenda is more technically gifted, but they're both not the same type of player. Profile wise, they're not the same. But in terms of how equipped each of them I think it'd be correct to say Quenda is the more technically gifted of the two. I think it'd be correct. Matt Law and Caicedo, he's just a machine. Even when he's not fully fit, he's still a machine, and that's the mindset. What I don't want to see, for us to keep fielding him even when he's not fully fit. Matt Law on Rodrigo. I cannot see any world in which Rodrigo becomes of interest to Chelsea salary position, recent history of how his career has gone. Also, the players that Chelsea have invested in similar positions. I mean, we talked about all these things. We talked about the players we already have within our ranks that play in the same position. And recent history, in my opinion, I interpret that as being what also the aspect we did talk about with regards to him finding it difficult to get minutes under Ancelotti, and then now under Xavi Alonso, that something to some extent on his part. And you did mention him not, you say, look, just carrying himself as if he's arrived and not fighting for the team. Giovanni Quenda is better than Florian Weiss. Okay, that's another argument, but I'm not getting that. They're different. At least bring up players that play in the same position like him. Big up to you too. The Prince is here. It's been a minute indeed, but they say lateness is greatness. We're about to round off, which is breezing through some items that we haven't talked about. Kaka, one of my favorite ever players. This kid, we've talked about him. Aubameyang, we did talk about him. Nothing much to talk about. But tomorrow we'll have a longer show. But during weekdays, it's going to be 1 hour at most. 1 hour at most. So I don't know, Dante. Anything else you want us to talk about?
No, we covered all those little points that that's relevant at the moment. We've covered those.
Yeah. And it's usually sweet when it's quick like this. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, uh, if Chelsea would sign a player in January, so which position would you prefer, coach and Dante, at the moment?
Mugwai.
If you look at our squad, so
Mugwai.
again,
Sell.
Sign.
No,
Sign or
sign.
sell? Oh,
Magwe.
sign.
Sign.
Okay.
Yeah,
Magwe.
sign.
Magwe.
Okay, I know you love him. Dante, what
No,
about you?
I don't, not necessarily. There are other options, but I think he brings the leadership. Kind of, we still lack leadership to a certain measure in that back line. And you could say he will be plug
Yeah.
and play at Chelsea.
Yeah, for that reason, yes, but
Mhm.
definitely a starting center back. A starting caliber center back. So not another, someone that is going to be the same as the others that you're not sure and you have to still play the others. As first choice center back that you're going to put in there, and he is a starting center back. That's definitely what I would do as well. That where he would do that. Uh, the one I said Schlotterback for me, that would be a very, very good signing in my opinion. So yes, but a starting caliber centre back, not someone that you're going to bring in another, say a 21-year-old. That's you're not sure. Yeah, like bringing Anselmino back or someone and being in part of the rotation.
Mhm.
No, sign it a starting centre back. Colwell comes back. He's got a starting partner. Fofana is that, but we don't know. He has to prove himself.
Prove himself in terms of staying fit, in my opinion. I know he's got the
Correct.
talent, yeah.
Yeah, so but he's not still I still wouldn't put him as a guaranteed starter at the moment because of that, because of the inconsistencies. So a guaranteed starter, I mean, you're going to pay a lot of money for it, but we're going to have money. A guy that you're going to put in there and he's going to be your starting center back with Colwell, basically. So that's what I would do. Yes, 100%.
All right, Tabeho, anything else?
No, no, no.
All right, people, we've covered everything we lined up. So thank you so much for finding the time to be part of the conversation. And the princess says sincerely we'll need him, but we should prioritize on what classes. Okay, CB. Anything else here? Says Lavia cannot be the only player good in the ball in that midfield. We need a Firmino Lopez. Maybe we still go back for him, coach. If Arsenal win the league, you have to take off your hat. Yeah. But I'm not gonna promise you that right now. Look at you. You just did some research. I don't know whether you stalked me, found out my first name and abbreviated it correctly. You're stalking me, right? What a day Kanata is asking for 350 per week, and Dante upgraded from Walmart Wi-Fi to Sterling. Things are happening. IB, much love to you. I appreciate you. So, with that, we've come to the natural end of this conversation. And I want to say thank you to the captain of the community in Constantine, Dante. And Tabeho, please do check the link I sent you. I will, once this is uploaded completely, I will also send another link for today's show so that, yeah, it will line them up on a row on your YouTube
Oh,
page as a
wait, coach.
collaborations. Sorry?
I haven't seen the link. So you send the link on X via DM or you send it via email
Via
because I haven't
DM.
seen it.
Via
No,
DM.
no, no.
But I've
You
resent it.
can double check.
Yeah, I've
Okay, cool,
resent
no
it. Not,
problem.
I know what's happening. It's been quirky of late. And
Okay.
Chelsea King, 879, nice to see you. Thank you for finding time to join the conversation. Mabas05, thank you for joining the conversation. IB, the same to you. Markham New, who else was here? The Prince was here. And Nehemiah Fowale, aka Cole Palmer. And we have TC. Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all and cheers.
Take care, guys.
Cheers.
Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave